I went to India in 2010, one of my many trips, but this one was for several months, and I was staying at this particular ashram outside of Pune, and that they have a temple there that has the world's largest solid mercury shivling, this big like rock thing. It shines. It's made out of, well, liquid mercury. Then some kind of process. Um, they turn it into a solid mass. It's about 2,000 pounds or more. It sits in this temple. Now there was a group of Westerners there from America, and there were some Germans, and this was like the week before Easter, and I kept hearing reports from people having visions or seeing the face of Jesus. Now realize that nobody knows what the historical figure Jesus looks like. There's no real paintings or photographs. But the images that we've all grown up with in the Christian church, was the beard and the long hair and everything. I think people saw the Jesus that they were raised with and believed in. And I was hearing these stories. This was like the week before Easter. And then on Easter, Good Friday, just before Easter, I went into this temple, and there I had my encounter with the real Jesus. Um, just like everybody else was telling me, Jesus was in the temple. And some people saw him in the shivling itself, like this hologram just looking at him. And others, he was outside of it. But it was Jesus, as I've come to know him. And I was thrilled, of course. Surprised, for some reason, no. Especially after I had other people tell me they saw it. And at the time, other people telling me they saw it, it was, I don't know if I was skeptical or believed them, but it was nice. I wanted to believe them. And then on Easter, I was walking around the ashram, and I seen this woman, German lady, coming down from the temple, down the steps, and she was crying, tears rolling down her face. And she didn't speak English. But I went over to help her. But it was tears of joy. And basically, through an interpreter, I found out she basically was saying that Jesus Christ had arisen. She saw Jesus in the temple on Easter Sunday morning. And I can't think of a better way to ever have an Easter in my life. But it's interesting that all of us Westerners there visiting this temple had a very Christian, loving Easter experience. And there was probably up to a dozen people, I have no clue how many, up to a dozen people had the same unique experience from Good Friday through to Easter. Now, why and where and when, you can't explain these things. But if you're looking for Jesus, you don't have to go to any particular place because he's everywhere, obviously. And there he was to greet us in India. It was a very moving experience. And I saw those that had the experience and how they looked. Almost, this woman was like transformed. It was like, wow, it was unbelievable. Obviously, she was going to be changed for the rest of her life. Anyway, that was my experience in India that happened around 2010. It was at an ashram outside of Pune, and I have no explanation why, how come, but I don't care. It happened, and it happened Easter week, and it transformed me as well.